Breaking news. He errs greatly in law and logistics. Monday Ubena slams Festus Keyamo for calling Endsars panel report illegal. You know, all the senior advocates of Nigeria are beginning to come out and they are, just like they're asking that the what's it called now, law paper for the Attorney General to be remarked if he passed his law school exams. I think that of Festus should also be recalled. And so another senior advocate is saying this guy, he has erred gravely. Okay, so what he has done is not acceptable. I mean, speaking about it, in fact, he has gone beyond the premise of what the law says. He does not even understand, his jurisdiction with regards to all of this. This man just speaks with like somebody without no knowledge. It just speaks like somebody, who has no understanding. And like he said he's speaking in terms of him being a senior advocate of Nigeria. He's not speaking in terms of him being, a minister. This is a minister of employment. Yes, there is no employment for the youths in the country. Okay, and this is part of what we are fighting for during the Endsars. And guess what? Is both to say what the conclusion was illegal. Yet he has not provided a single job. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. The chairman, Nigerian Bar Association, section on public interest and development on Monday, Uba, has replied the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Festus Keyamo, over his comments on describing the Endsars panel report as illegal. The investigations being set up by the Lagos State Judiciary to look into the atrocities committed on restitution of police brutality on citizens. Keyamo, during an interview on Channels TV Sunday Politics, has said that the panel was illegal and that the Lagos state government does not have the power to question the police or the military on what they have done. He stressed that the agency do not answer to the state governors but the federal government by the virtue of the constitution. According to him, this is the residual matter within the legislative capacity of state government and that of the power of the state to set up judiciary panel commission to inquire or probe human rights abuse arising from police brutality is well grounded in law. Legal competence of the panel of inquiry on police. Nigeria Bar Association has responded to Keyamo saying you are in grave danger. We are not sure you went to law school or understand the premise of the law. One, recall that the grievous offenses on victims of police brutality, more particular members of those of the dissolved Special Anti-Robbery Squad, led to the Endsars panel protests that occurred across the country, which nearly degenerated into a full national crisis, but for the intervention of the well-meaning Nigerians on the issue. The alleged massacre on the 20th of October 2020 keeps on being a real issue in the country. The panel was set up to inquire and to investigate what really happened. Since then, since the panel's response and reply on panel investigation, we have seen the Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, describing this as false, fake news, as well as Festus Keyamo saying that the states have no jurisdiction to question federal government workers. The Nigerian Bar Association has replied to Keyamo saying you lack jurisdiction. You do not even understand what is going on in any of this. You cannot speak on this saying, that these people have not, the panel was not properly constituted. It is wrong. You can't say that. You can't say that. In the premise of the law, you have failed. You did not even consult to understand what the law is saying in this regard. So my wonderful people, NBA, Nigerian Bar Association has replied, Keyamo saying that the guy does not even understand or know what he's doing. Many of them, I wonder how truly really they passed their law school and the rest of them and how they became what they are today and how they became SAN, because you can see how they are, and their dispense of leadership, you can tell how porous it is and how they are not being honest and sincere when they dispense or they are giving out information with regards to reality. To a large extent, most of them are just, speaking in terms of what pertains to them, how it affects them, and how it gives them that position. Other than that, they don't care, you know. Other than that, they don't care. So this is what is happening right now. This is what is going on, and the Nigerians are just standing and saying, we are surprised, very surprised. We all knew what happened during the Endsars and how the government decided to say every state should set up a judiciary panel of inquiry. Festus Keyamo. And let me tell you something. Festus coming out is another ploy by the federal government. So this is how they will continue to debate on the matter left, right, and center. And before you know it, it will become cumbersome with a lot of words coming from, everybody having their opinion on what should and what should not be. And at the end of the day, the matter will die a natural death. And it will be as though, nothing has happened. Everybody and everything will just go. And, by the end of the day, Nigerians will be the one at the losing end. So these are people who you think really care for Nigerians, but to a large extent, most of them are fighting for themselves. Okay, they do not care what happens to the people. They are just fighting for what pertains to them. They are just fighting for what they can get. So they don't care what happens to Nigerians. They don't care what's happening to the common man on the streets, and they don't want to even support in any way. All they want to do is things that pertains to them. All they want to do is how they can get what's the next thing. What's the next thing for me? Okay, it's about me, myself, and I. Not because they care for Nigerians, not because they are sincerely honest and want to provide a solution and bring about help into the whole situation and sort out the issues going on in the country currently. So Nigerians, this is part of what we are experiencing. And Nigerian Bar Association has replied first us saying, this guy, you lack understanding. You don't have understanding on the basis of leadership or what it's all about or what it entails. If you do, you will not be speaking like this. If you do, you will understand better, okay, what the law says and what the law does not say. Currently, you are speaking like someone who has no understanding. And truly speaking, we feel very strongly that you have no understanding on these matters you're talking about. We strongly feel you have no understanding whatsoever. If you do, you will not speak like that. If you do, you'll be more magnanimous in your decision making. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Do not forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Bye for now.